All right, let's talk about side hustles. If you've ever felt like you're just spinning your wheels, working hard but not really getting ahead, or you're just looking for a way to build some real financial security, then you've landed in exactly the right spot. We're going to break down the mindset you need, the habits that build a solid foundation, and of course, some awesome beginner-friendly ideas to get you started on your path to financial freedom. So let's just dive right in with the question that I think is on pretty much everyone's mind these days. Is one paycheck really enough anymore? I mean, with the cost of everything going up and the job market feeling, well, a little shaky, right? Relying on just one source of income feels incredibly precarious. It's really making a lot of us stop and rethink our whole game plan when it comes to money.
So what are we really aiming for here? The big goal is financial freedom. And hey, let's get one thing straight. This is not about getting rich quick or becoming a millionaire overnight. Nope. It's about something way more powerful. Having the power of choice. It means having enough money coming in to live the life you want without feeling trapped by a job or constantly worrying about how you're going to pay the bills. And that really brings us to our first big idea. Freedom is choice. Think about it. Relying on just one job for all your financial needs, it's kind of like putting all your chips on one number in Vegas. It's a huge gamble. I mean, companies downsize, entire industries change overnight. That's why building multiple streams of income isn't just some nice-to-have luxury anymore. It's a core strategy for creating real, solid security for yourself.
Okay, but hold on. Before we even get into the nitty-gritty of making more money, we've got to talk about what's going on up here in your head. Because honestly, any real lasting change in your bank account has to start with a change in your mindset. Financial freedom, for real, is built on a totally different way of thinking about money, about your time, and about what you value. And this right here, this shows the huge shift in thinking we're talking about. Look, most of us are taught to live on the left side, earning to survive. It's all about just getting that next paycheck. It's reactive. Sound familiar? Well, the goal is to get over to the right side, building to thrive. This is where you're proactive, where you focus on building assets, things that make money for you, even when you're not working. It's moving from just surviving to actually thriving. So how do we actually get this thriving mindset? Well, it really boils down to 4 key things. First, you got to think long-term. Stop focusing just on the next paycheck and start thinking about building assets. Second, you have to value your time, like really value it. See every hour as an opportunity. Third, always be learning. Invest in yourself and your skills. And last but not least, you've got to be patient. This whole thing is a marathon, not a sprint, for sure. Okay. Awesome. So we've got the mindset down. Now, let's roll up our sleeves and get into the actual blueprint. We're talking about 5 foundational habits that you absolutely have to master. This isn't just fluffy theory, okay? This is the real, disciplined, consistent work that lays the foundation for your financial independence. These 5 steps, think of them as your non-negotiables. Seriously, you need clear goals to know where you're going. You need a budget to tell your money where to go. You absolutely have to have a plan to get rid of that high-interest debt that's just dragging you down. Then you set up automatic savings so your wealth builds on autopilot. And finally, you figure out what keeps you motivated. Each one of these builds on the next, creating this super strong base. And when it comes to goals, here's the deal. They have to be real and actionable. Vague stuff like, I want to be rich someday, that's totally useless. It gives you nothing to work with. Instead, you've got to get specific. Look at this example. Earn an extra $1,000 per month from my side hustle within 6 months. See? That's a real target. That's a plan you can actually start working on today. Okay, let's talk about tackling debt. You've basically got 2 killer strategies here. First is the debt snowball. This one is all about psychology. You pay off your smallest debts first, no matter the interest rate. Why? For the quick wins. It builds momentum and makes you feel like you're making progress. Then you have the debt avalanche. This is the pure math approach. You attack the debt with the highest interest rate first, which saves you the most money in the long run. Honestly, the best method is the one you'll actually do. Pick one and go for it. So think about it like this. With those 5 habits, you've built a really solid engine. But now it's time to add the turbocharger. And that turbocharger is your side hustle. This is the thing that's going to seriously accelerate your journey and get you to financial freedom way, way faster. And look, a side hustle isn't just another part-time job. It's so much more than that. It's a powerful tool. It gives you an instant cash injection to either obliterate your debt or start investing.
It builds a safety net so you're not totally dependent on one job. And yeah, it just massively speeds up how fast you can build wealth.
This is really the magic of it, right here. You're taking something you already have, your spare time, and you're literally turning it into an income-generating machine. And over time, it's not just about the extra cash. You're building new skills, you're making connections, and you're creating actual assets for yourself.
All right, this is the fun part. The big question. Where do you actually start? I mean, there are a million ideas out there, right? So let's cut through the noise and look at some of the best, most beginner-friendly side hustles you can jump into.
First on the list is one of my personal favorites, and it's a huge opportunity right now, selling digital products. The idea is so simple, but it's a total game changer. You create something valuable one time, and then you can sell it over and over and over again. Pretty cool, right? And no, you do not have to be some kind of tech genius to do this. We're talking about things like printable planners, templates for social media, maybe a short guide or an ebook or a topic you know well. These are things anyone can learn to create. The startup costs are super low, and the potential for passive income is just massive.
Okay, idea number 2, freelancing. This is probably the most straightforward way to start making extra money. You're basically just taking the skills you already have and selling them to people and businesses who desperately need them.
So just ask yourself, what are you good at? Are you a great writer? Boom, copywriting. Are you super organized? Virtual assistants could be perfect for you. Seriously, businesses are always looking for skilled freelancers to help with things like graphic design, managing their social media, or even tutoring.
All right, our third idea is all about unlocking the cash that might be hiding in the stuff you already own. It's about looking around and finding the hidden value in your assets. Just think about it for a second. What do you have that someone else might pay to use? Got a spare bedroom? That could be an Airbnb. Have an empty parking spot in a busy neighborhood? You can rent that out. Even things you don't think about, like power tools, camera equipment, you name it, can be turned into a nice little income stream. So there you have it. We've talked about the why, getting your mindset right for success. We've covered the how, those 5 essential steps to build your foundation. And we've gone over the what, some real-world side hustle ideas you could literally start today. Now, the only thing left is for you to take that very first step.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? So many of us are waiting for the perfect time to start something. Well, newsflash, there is no perfect time. The journey to financial freedom is not about some one big heroic leap. It's about small, consistent steps, day after day. You create the perfect time by just starting.
So I want to leave you with a question, a challenge, really. Don't get overwhelmed trying to map out the entire next 5 years. Just focus on today. Ask yourself this. What is one small, tiny thing you can do today to start moving toward your financial freedom?